The sweetest Larry Bird revenge story ever told. More motivation reactions, back for another one. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Star at Indiana University. And that quiet kid he's bullying, that's Larry Bird. A freshman, new to campus, unknown to the world. But Benson made sure he never felt welcome. He mocked him, isolated him, pushed him so far that Bird dropped out and left the program entirely. But life has a way of circling back. Because just 2 minutes into Benson's NBA debut, he met his match. And karma hit harder than he ever expected. Literally. Jabbar didn't hesitate.
Oh, there's Kareem there.
He hit him, and hit him hard, in the fall of 1974. A tall, soft-spoken 18-year-old stepped onto the campus of Indiana University. His name was Larry Bird. He wasn't famous. He wasn't flashy. He wasn't there to make
I love this beat, by the way.
friends or become a headline. He was there to play basketball, quietly, and let the game speak for itself. But before he could show anyone who he was, the campus had already decided. Bird came from French Lick, a small town nestled in the hills of southern Indiana, a place where the pace of life was slow and the people valued hard work and humility. He grew up in a working-class family, where responsibility was a way of life and dreams often felt distant. His upbringing shaped him into a quiet, introspective young man who didn't talk much and didn't brag. However, in a place like
Didn't need to, honestly.
Indiana University, that demeanor didn't earn you respect, it made you invisible. The Indiana roster at the time was a who's who of college talent, and none loomed larger than Kent Benson, a senior national champion and future #1 overall pick.
Wow.
He was the dominant personality and the alpha in a locker room that didn't make space for soft voices. He was everything. Bird was not loud, brash, and confident.
To be honest, I never heard of that guy. Never. Please, somebody please let me know who that is. I never heard of him.
On the very first day, Benson treated Bird not like a teammate, but like a freshman who didn't belong. He mocked him, shoved him aside during practice, and took Bird's ball during a shoot-around, saying, "You freshmen don't deserve one." When sides were picked for drills, Bird wasn't chosen. When games were played, he watched from the edge, a silent observer, to the chaos of competition that he longed to join. The atmosphere was thick with unspoken rules, and it became clear that Bird was not welcome. It wasn't just Benson. The coaching staff didn't intervene either. The culture was clear. Survive or leave. The silent ones didn't survive long. And Larry? He left.
And Larry started playing there. Well, he didn't play there. He went to all the practices he was going to play there. And then he quit.
I never knew this much about Larry in terms of him being the silent type of person. To this degree. He didn't eventually become that in the NBA, but I never knew he was this quiet. He's known as one of the biggest trash talkers, right? So I never knew he was like this before that.
He just quit right before the first game. Coach didn't know where he was at. The mom called the coach. Coach said, "I don't know," because she was looking for him. He went out and got his own job. He decided, hey, I don't want to do this. I'm not ready. I don't know if I want to go to college or not, but I'm going to work and make some money and help my mom out.
Is that true? After just 24 days on campus, Bird packed his bag and walked away. Not out of fear or weakness, but because he knew he wasn't going to be given a chance to be heard. He stuck out his thumb on Highway 37 and hitchhiked back to French Lick with no scholarship, no plan, and no idea what came next. But he carried something with him. The memory of how it felt to be dismissed and the name of Kent Benson. Not out
Kent Benson. Somebody please tell me, who is this guy? Is he even a top 75 player? Did he go to the NBA? Who is this guy? I don't know him.
of hate, but out of unfinished business that lingered in the back of his mind. Bird returned to French Lick, not defeated but determined. He took a job collecting garbage for the local city, waking up before dawn and working long hours. While many of his peers were enjoying college life, Bird was hauling trash cans, scraping by, and reflecting on his dreams. This period of hard work ignited a fire within him. He was not ready to give up on basketball. He just needed to find the right path. Eventually, Bird found that path at Indiana State University, a program without the pedigree of Indiana University, a school that offered him the chance to play without the pressure of high expectations. For Bird, it was a revelation. At Indiana State, he was not just another player. He was given the opportunity to shine. Away from the noise and politics of big-name programs, he found an environment where he could grow into something more than just a college player. He became a force to be reckoned with.
Here's the Rick Flair reopen. Indiana State takes.
Oh, this video quality is not very good. I don't know what happened there.
Carl Nix. Rebound Johnson. Magic Johnson with a ball. And
poured his heart and soul into the game,
Wow.
dedicating countless hours to practice, honing his skills, and developing his basketball IQ. He was relentless, often staying late to shoot free throws or study game footage. His hard work paid off as he led his team to a remarkable 33-0 regular season record, a feat
Wow.
that captured the attention of the nation. The small-town kid from French Lick was making waves, and people began to take notice.
Perhaps the best college basketball player in many a year is in Las Vegas for a basketball game here tomorrow, the College All-Star Game. And why is he here? Yes.
Wow. Let me know in the comment section if you'd like me to do another reaction on the courtship of rivals. I watched it once, and I feel as though when you watch something once, you don't really retain everything. So let me know if you want me to react to it again in the comment section.
He has nothing to prove. He has proven to be the best college basketball player in the country.
Bird's journey culminated in a national championship game appearance against Magic Johnson and Michigan State, a matchup that would go down in history as one of the greatest rivalries in sports. The game was a spectacle, drawing millions of viewers and showcasing two of the brightest stars in college basketball. Suddenly, Larry Bird was no longer the forgotten freshman. He was the most electric player in the country, a household name. His talent caught the attention of NBA scouts, and he was drafted by the Boston Celtics, where he quickly made a name for himself as Rookie of the Year, then MVP, and finally, a champion. Each step carved a little deeper into his legend, solidifying his status as one of the greatest players in basketball history. But while the rest of the world was discovering Bird for the first time, he still remembered who had first told him he didn't belong. Kent Benson, the name echoed in his mind, serving as a reminder of his past struggles. He had transformed from a rejected freshman into a celebrated athlete, but the memory of Benson lingered. Bird knew that he had not just overcome the odds, he had risen above them, and he was determined to show the world that he was more than just a product of his environment.
Wow.
Fate wasn't done with that domino yet. Kent Benson entered the NBA as a top pick, facing enormous expectations and a significant opportunity. However, his career never quite matched the hype. He was solid but never spectacular, playing on multiple teams, scoring a few points, and grabbing a few rebounds. Yet the only moment that ever etched his name in the minds of fans came just 2 minutes into his NBA debut when Benson, trying to assert himself, elbowed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar hard in the chest during a routine play.
I go up and over Kareem and rebound and put the ball back in. On the way back down the court, he elbowed me several times, and I beat him down to his spot on the block there where he could shoot his hook shot, his famous hook shot.
Jeez.
And as he came barreling
That
down,
didn't even look like Kareem on the fast break. Goodness, he moved like that?
there he takes and drives his elbow right in my chest. And so we're jostling for position, and I just elbow him back. Nothing malicious, but elbowing back. But he put on a big act. He put on an act like he was hurting.
Kareem responded instantly with one of the most infamous punches in NBA history, right hand directly to the side of Benson's head. The impact
Okay, he
broke
wasn't
Kareem's
NBA.
hand, causing him to miss 21 games. Benson wobbled, stunned, but didn't fall. However, his reputation took a significant hit. He became known as the player who got dropped in his first game, and that moment followed him for the rest of his career like a shadow. Behind the scenes, Bird saw it all unfold, like the first domino falling. He watched Benson's struggles with a mix of empathy and satisfaction. It wasn't revenge on
Satisfaction. Oh, I know why. Empathy for that guy, though? Pfft, no.
but something was building within Bird, something patient and cold, a growing desire to prove himself further. As Benson bounced around the league, Bird was busy solidifying his place in basketball history. He was no longer the timid freshman. He was a force of nature, leading the Celtics to multiple championships and earning accolades that would cement his legacy. Meanwhile, Benson's career began to dwindle, and he became a footnote in the annals of NBA history. Bird, on the other hand, was thriving, his name synonymous with greatness. The contrast between their paths was stark. While Bird soared, Benson struggled to find his footing in the league. Bird's meteoric rise was not just a testament to his skill, but also a reflection of his relentless work ethic.
Exactly. And having humility is going to pay long term. This other guy was way more cocky, way more loud, did things to belittle people, belittle freshmen, and look at him now. So I have satisfaction seeing that he didn't go very far. Good. Good. For people listening, keep working hard, work behind the scenes. Let them try to make fun of you. But time will tell where you're going to get if you keep working. I love this.
He trained harder than anyone, often pushing himself to the limit. He understood that talent alone was not enough. It required dedication, discipline, and an unwavering belief in oneself. Every practice, every game was an opportunity for Bird to prove that he belonged, and he seized those opportunities with both hands. He transformed into a player who not only excelled individually, but also elevated his teammates, creating a legacy that would inspire generations to come.
People don't understand. They was like, oh, he was slow. He wasn't nothing. Nah, he was just smart. You know what I'm saying? He was smart and he can get it. He can get it done. He wasn't MVP all them times and all the All-Stars all them times for nothing.
Fast forward to a regular season game in 1985, featuring the Boston Celtics against the Detroit Pistons at the Hartford Civic Center. To most fans, it was just another night of basketball. But to Larry Bird, it was a chapter that had been waiting 10 years to be written. Across from him, wearing a Detroit jersey and standing just slightly slower than before, was Kent Benson, still playing and still guarding him. Bird didn't tense up or get fired up. Instead, he smiled and looked at Isaiah Thomas, the gaze like asking, "You putting him on me?" The tone was light, but the message was loaded. From the opening possession, Bird began to write his response to the years of doubt and dismissal. He played with methodical, devastating control, showcasing the skills he had honed over the years. He faked, stepped back, turned, and floated, executing each move with precision. Every shot was clean, and every movement was smooth.
Wow.
By halftime, Bird had dropped 24 points, and Kent Benson had become a mere prop in his performance, a reminder of the journey he had traveled. The Celtics weren't just winning, they were teaching, and the student was the man who once took a ball from a scared freshman. Bird's performance was not just about the points on the scoreboard. It was a statement, a declaration that he had arrived, and that he would no longer be dismissed. This game was his canvas, and he was painting a masterpiece, stroke by stroke, point by point. As the game progressed, Bird continued to dominate. He moved
that just makes me happy to hear. And it makes me really think about how many people could be bullied once they get into college or whatever by people that were already there. I'm just glad he didn't give up on it. I'm happy to see that he worked, figured his situation out, and stuck with it to the point now. This is like a revenge type of thing. So I'm happy to hear that it worked out in that way. It's inspiring. Truly is.
Effortlessly on the court, his confidence radiating with each dribble. The crowd could feel the electricity in the air. They were witnessing something special. Bird was not just playing basketball. He was rewriting his narrative, turning the pain of his past into a powerful performance that would resonate long after the final buzzer sounded.
Wow.
The cheers from the stands were a stark contrast to the silence he had endured years earlier. With every shot that fell through the net, Bird felt the weight of his journey lifting. The memories of being overlooked and dismissed melted away with each basket. He was no longer the shy freshman. He was a man who had conquered his fears and doubts. The joy and passion he felt on the court were palpable, and it was clear to everyone watching that this was a moment of redemption. Larry Bird wasn't the only one circling that night. Kevin McHale was also in rhythm, and Bird, seeing the opportunity, fed the fire.
Where would you guys rank Kevin McHale all time? Let me know in the comment section. I don't hear much about him. I don't hear much about him, Parrish, and some of the other players that were on that Celtics team. The 65 and 17 win one. Like, I don't hear people mentioning the other guys besides Larry and Kevin McHale. Let me know your thoughts though.
Again and again, he passed the ball to McHale, who scored repeatedly. 56 points later, McHale had broken the Celtics' all-time single-game scoring record, and who had been assigned to guard him? Kent Benson. Again, Benson tried everything to stop
56 points as a second option? That's crazy. Wow.
McHale. He pushed, flopped, and pleaded with the referees, but nothing worked. He was drowning in silence, and the weight of the moment was overwhelming. By the third quarter, it all boiled over when Benson picked up 2 quick technical fouls. Frustrated, he argued and paced.
It didn't call him the torch chamber for nothing.
But he was soon ejected from the game, walking off red-faced, jaw tight, and head shaking. Yet, no one looked at him, not the crowd, not the cameras, because Bird had already taken the spotlight. And Benson had already lost the fight without Bird ever throwing a punch. The scoreboard reflected not just the game's outcome, but also the culmination of years of struggle, determination, and redemption. As Bird and McHale continued to dominate, the Celtics bench erupted with energy. They knew they were part of something bigger than just a game.
Wow.
They were witnessing the culmination of hard work, resilience, and the sweet taste of revenge. The atmosphere was electric, and every basket felt like a personal victory for Bird, a chance to show the world what he was capable of. The cheers from the fans echoed in his ears, drowning out the memories of the past, and replacing them with the sound of triumph. The Celtics were a well-oiled machine that night, and Bird was at the helm, orchestrating the offense with precision and flair. He was not just a scorer, he was a playmaker, a leader, and a force of nature. The chemistry between Bird, McHale, and the rest of the team was palpable, and it was evident that they were on a mission. Every pass, every screen, and every shot was executed with purpose. and the Pistons found themselves on the receiving end of a basketball clinic. Bird's performance was a masterclass in basketball excellence, showcasing his ability to read the game and exploit mismatches. He moved without the ball, setting screens and creating opportunities for his teammates. The game became a testament to teamwork and collaboration, with Bird leading the charge. He had transformed from a player who had once been dismissed into a player who was now revered, respected, and feared. As the game progressed, Detroit wasn't done. Isaiah Thomas, the Pistons' fearless point guard, led a fiery second-half comeback. With just 4 seconds left, Isaiah buried a jump shot, putting the Pistons up by 1.
Wow.
The arena held its breath, and every player, every fan, every kid at home knew where the final shot was going.
How good were the Detroit Pistons? Somebody let me know below. I don't hear much about them as well. I hear a lot about them beating Michael Jordan for many years, but I don't really hear much about them other than that. Let me know what your thoughts are.
Larry Bird. The inbounds pass went to Bird on the wing, and Kent Benson, back in the game, was guarding him once more. Bird took one hard dribble, leaning and spinning baseline. He rose and floated the ball over Benson's outstretched arm. The net swished, and the Celtics won 131-130. As Bird walked away, he displayed no exuberance. There was no scream, no fist pump, and no stare down. Just a quiet spin, like someone closing the final page of a book he'd waited years to finish. It was a moment of poetic justice, a culmination of everything he had worked for, and a silent acknowledgement that he had finally overcome the doubts cast upon him. As the final buzzer sounded, Bird's teammates rushed to congratulate him, but he remained composed, understanding the significance of the moment. He had not just won a game, he had exorcised demons from his past,
Wow.
proving to himself and everyone else that he belonged. The cheers of the crowd were a sweet symphony, drowning out the whispers of doubt that had haunted him for years. It was a victory that transcended the scoreboard, a moment that would be etched in history. Bird's performance that night was not only a testament to his skill, but also a reflection of his journey. It was a reminder that hard work, resilience, and determination can lead to greatness. As he walked off the court,
Yeah. Yeah. I wish it said will. Will lead to greatness. But yeah.
he felt a sense of closure, a feeling that he had finally put the past behind him. The weight of rejection had been lifted, and in its place was the sweet taste of victory. After the game, as players began boarding buses, Bird leaned toward the Celtics coach. He didn't raise his voice or crack a smile. He simply said, "Don't ever put that guy on me again." It was a soft statement, but also final. In that sentence, everything was said. Ken Benson never played a role in Bird's life again.
Ken
fading into
Benson.
NBA trivia, while Larry Bird ascended into basketball immortality. For one night in one court, justice wasn't loud. It was cold, clean, and perfect. Bird's quiet confidence had spoken volumes, and he had rewritten the narrative of his life. The impact of Bird's words rippled through the locker room, resonating with his teammates who understood the significance of that moment. They had witnessed the transformation of a once overlooked freshman into a basketball legend, and Bird's statement was a reminder of the power of perseverance. It was a lesson in humility and strength, a testament to the idea that true greatness comes not from arrogance, but from hard work and dedication.
Amen. Amen. What I said before. Hard work and dedication, not arrogance. Arrogance is really insecurity, to be honest. It's confidence doesn't have volume. It doesn't have how big you appear, how loud you are, how many things you say that is positive about yourself. You know? And this is the perfect example of that. Arrogance is insecurity.
As the season progressed, Bird continued to dominate the league, his name becoming synonymous with excellence. He embraced the pressure and expectations, knowing that he had overcome the obstacles that had once threatened to derail his dreams. The memory of Kent Benson faded, but the lessons learned from that experience remained etched in Bird's mind. He had turned the pain of rejection into fuel for success, and that fire burned brightly within him. Bird's ability to rise above the challenges he faced became a cornerstone of his legacy. He was not just a player. He was a symbol of hope for those who felt overlooked or underestimated. His journey inspired countless individuals, encouraging them to pursue their dreams with relentless determination. Bird understood that success was not merely about individual accolades, but also about lifting others along the way. Some revenge stories are short, but this one took 10 years. 10 years
Wow.
of silence, sweat,
10 years of silence. Whew. That's deep. 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 Almost 3,700 days. That's deep.
and building something that would outlast the name of the man who doubted you. Larry Bird didn't come back to scream. He came back to show, to perform, and in doing so, he rewrote his own story while quietly ending someone else's one. Kent Benson wasn't destroyed by force. He was undone by memory, by the shot he couldn't block, and by the player he once thought didn't belong. Bird never said, "I got even." He never had to. The scoreboard said it for him, and the story, it's is a testament to the idea that true strength lies not in retaliation, but in perseverance and success.
Yep, let your success speak. That's so deep. That's so deep. Let them talk. Let them hate. Let your results do the talking.
His ability to rise above the doubts and challenges he faced is what sets him apart as a legend in the world of sports. As the years passed, Bird's legacy only grew stronger. He became a mentor to younger players, sharing his experiences and imparting wisdom gleaned from his journey. He understood the importance of nurturing talent and fostering an environment where athletes could thrive. Bird's story became a source of inspiration for countless individuals who faced adversity, reminding them that with hard work and determination, they too could achieve greatness. Bird's impact on the game extended beyond the court. He became a beloved figure in the community, engaging in charitable work and using his platform to uplift others.
Wow.
He understood that his journey was not just about personal success. It was also about giving back and making a difference in the lives of those around him. Bird's commitment to helping others succeed was a reflection of his own journey, reminding everyone that greatness is not just about individual success, but also about lifting others along the way.
Do you remember? I know I have nightmares. Do you have nightmares?
Yes, I was there in the 80s.
Yes.
I was there.
Me too.
I was there covering. Well, I was covering the Celtics. You were trying to cover the Celtics.
As we reflect on Larry Bird's journey, it becomes clear that his story is more than just one of personal triumph. It is a testament to resilience, determination, and the power of self-belief.
Yeah.
Bird's experience at Indiana University was not merely a setback. It was a catalyst that propelled him to seek out environments where he could thrive. His return to basketball, fueled by the dismissive actions of Kent Benson, transformed him.
Kent Benson, one of the biggest losers in NBA history.
From an overlooked freshman into a basketball icon. Bird's work ethic during his time collecting garbage was emblematic of his character. Instead of wallowing in defeat, he embraced the challenge, channeling his frustration into hard work. This period of self-reflection and growth laid the foundation for his future successes. The grit he developed during those days would serve him well as he faced the challenges of college basketball, the NBA, and ultimately the world stage. His story serves as a reminder that the journey to greatness is often paved with obstacles, and that overcoming them is what truly defines a champion.
Wow.
Bird's impact extended beyond the basketball court. He became a symbol of perseverance, showing that success is not merely about talent, but also about the willingness to work hard and push through adversity.
Amen.
His story resonated with fans and aspiring athletes alike, inspiring them to believe in themselves and pursue their dreams, no matter the obstacles they faced. Bird's legacy was not just about the championships he won, but also about the lives he touched and the lessons he imparted along the way.
Wow.
Man, first of all, thank God for Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. They're the guys who made the NBA what it is today.
Yeah. Facts, man. That's beautiful.
All those guys are a great deal of
Oh,
He
no.
understood that his
great deal of gratitude.
Bird's journey also highlights the importance of mentorship and community. He understood that his experiences could serve as a guiding light for others, whether through formal coaching or informal conversations. Bird took the time to share his insights, encouraging young players to embrace their unique journeys. He emphasized the value of hard work, resilience, and integrity, instilling these principles in the next generation of athletes.
Wow.
Bird's commitment to mentorship ensured that his legacy would continue to inspire long after he hung up his sneakers. Larry Bird's legacy extends beyond his individual accomplishments. He became a symbol of hope for countless aspiring athletes who faced adversity. His story resonates with anyone who has ever felt underestimated or overlooked. Bird's journey illustrates that
I like stories like that. I don't like it when somebody just was born at everything, didn't really have to do any work, didn't overcome anything. You know, I love stories like that. The superhero type story. You went through adversity, you were down, you didn't know what to do, you were in a dark place, and then you found a way to overcome it. That's a true story.
it's that success is not solely defined by talent, but also by perseverance, hard work, and the ability to rise above challenges. Today, young athletes look up to Bird not just for his skills on the court, but for the lessons he imparted through his journey.
And that's really it, man. I look up to him from the standpoint of mentality, grit, you know, overcoming obstacles. Like the basketball part is cool, and the stats and the accolades are cool, but for me, it's the mentality. I'll be able to have a long conversation with him, for example. Like, that is stuff that I appreciate.
His journey, his ability to turn pain into power, serves as an inspiration, reminding us all that our past does not define our future. The echoes of Bird's story continue to motivate those who dare to dream, proving that even the quietest voices can leave a lasting impact. Bird's experience encourages future generations to embrace their struggles and use them as fuel to propel themselves forward. As Bird became a mentor, he instilled the values of hard work and resilience in the next generation of players. He understood the importance of nurturing talent and fostering an environment where athletes could thrive. His commitment to helping others succeed was a reflection of his own journey, reminding everyone that greatness is not just about individual success, but also about lifting others along the way. Bird's influence can be seen in the countless players who credit him as a source of inspiration, a guiding light in their pursuit of excellence. Bird's story is also a powerful reminder of the importance of community support. Throughout his career, he was surrounded by friends, family, and mentors who believed in him and encouraged him to pursue his dreams. Their unwavering support played a crucial role in his development as a player and as a person. Bird often spoke about the importance of having a strong support system, and he made it a point to give back to his community, ensuring that others had the same opportunities he did. In conclusion, the tale of Larry Bird is not just a revenge story. It is a narrative of strength, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. It teaches us that the road to success is often paved with obstacles and that true champions are those who rise above them.
Amen.
Bird's journey from a dismissed freshman to a celebrated legend is a reminder that every setback can be a setup for a greater comeback. As we celebrate Bird's legacy, let us remember the importance of believing in ourselves and supporting others in their journeys. In a world where doubt can be loud, Bird's story serves as a quiet but powerful reminder that with determination and hard work, we can all achieve our dreams, regardless of where we start. The echoes of his journey will continue to inspire generations, proving that sometimes the sweetest revenge is simply succeeding against the odds.
Wow, that's beautiful. I'll link the original video below so you can go check it out. Really good, eye-opening story. That is the sweetest revenge story, honestly. But yeah, let them talk. Let them do all the things they need to do to put you down. Get down, get back up. Don't give up on what you need to do. And eventually, you may have the sweetest revenge story like this. Yeah, I love that. That was awesome. Anyways, that concludes my reaction. Thank you so much for sticking around to this point. Subscribe to the channel for more reaction videos. Let me know your thoughts about this video and what other ones you would like me to react to, and I can do so. God bless you, and I'll see you next video.